So look, if you're not looking for the overanalyzed summary of this video, the casual ranking system is pretty useless. So you could click off here or stay to hear the rant or explanation behind why. Look, I'm pretty much just juggling basic ideas until Doom Eternal comes out because I'll be pumping out a bunch of content for that instead. Because right now making TF2 content has been very difficult.
Let's go. Goodbye.
With that in mind, today I thought it'd be interesting to kind of talk about the casual ranking system in casual TF2, which up to this point hasn't had much use outside of just showing how much of a no-life you are when it comes to playing Valve casual servers. With this whole ranking system getting released in the infamous Meet Your Match update, which I might have to make a video on in its entirety soon. I've said that about like 5 videos ago, because it came with some questionable additions. You know, the new Valve casual system in place gave everyone a rank that everyone in the lobby could see, which ranged from level 1 to 150. Every 5 levels, that badge would change its design, and every 25 levels, the color of the badge changed, being categorized by said color. That was a really good addition, guys. A little bit later, they added an extra 7 tiers, meaning once the player filled the XP bar on rank 150, it rolled back over to level 1, and the player would receive a new tier. It's basically a fancy version of Prestige from Call of Duty, except this time it doesn't really do anything. The only thing that changed was the badge's tint was slightly altered, and it's not really noticeable until around 7 or 8 when it changes to a bright gold, to be completely honest. It was added more or less just to keep people busy, and well, it's true because after a few thousand hours, I'm only just shy of tier 5, but I guess that's because A, I'm pretty bad at this game, and B, I don't spend all my time in Valve Casual. So pretty much these ranks are useless, and I think there's not much of an issue with that. I mean, I guess its general purpose is to be some sort of progress trackers for the people, I guess, who really care about seeing how they're doing, even though the actual stats that tracked overall kills, deaths, and etc. was removed a while ago, which begs the question of why it exists otherwise. Because personally to me, the entire premise of ranks in casual TF2 seemed kind of silly to me, and that's mainly because they don't indicate much outside of the fact that this person has played a lot of casual. I mean, for an example, let's look at the competitive ranks. They serve a much greater purpose under their circumstance that they usually indicate the player's skill level. Obviously, someone in the lower ranks can be deemed less of an issue in-game than someone rocking the Death Merchant rank at a competitive setting. With casual, you can't really do much of the same, and honestly, it kinda dumbfounds me. One of the main points of Meet Your Match was to bring the casual and competitive scene a little more closer to each other so that players felt more comfortable from their transition from casual to competitive. Hence why, if you have played both Valve modes, and you'll notice that they are generally pretty similar in game rules. Valve, you can't just slap a band-aid on a problem like meshing the transition to casual to competitive to be more smooth, as that is something that can make or break the game's competitive retention. Okay, you need an example, alright. You know what? Fuck it. Overwatch. It's been a hot minute since I've played this game, so I really don't have any gameplay to offer, but from what I know and what I've played, quick play is a 6v6 team-oriented experience with a common goal in mind from both parties, which just so happens to be what competitive play in that game also is. I mean, granted, quick play sometimes isn't exactly that, because it's usually just, you know, 5 or 6 DPS players, but man, it's been so long. I gotta play more Overwatch, honestly. Look, so now look at TF2. So you got competitive, you know, you got your 6v6, you got your Highlander, even though that's not even officially a part of Valve's competitive. You know, you're mainly playing on 5 CP, you got your King of the Hill, maybe a little Turbine every once in a while, because for some goddamn reason that's still in the game. And then you got your fucking 12v12 Chaos, which everyone is just fucking around doing anything but playing the objective. I mean, you got your Hoovies, the medic who just installed, the trader who doesn't even play this game and uses it just to make a shit ton of money. Man, where the hell did the direction of this video go? Look, so the main idea of all this, I guess, is that TF2 has a competitive scene that just isn't able to shine as bright as it could because casual doesn't really allow players to transition to that. And I think it all kind of goes back to the fact that casual TF2 doesn't effectively introduce it, whether it's by design or not. Now, look, I get it. It most likely wasn't, and I don't think that 12v12 Chaos should be taken away. That's been a staple in TF2 since the dawn of time. But it also doesn't help that there isn't some system in place that would allow a person's skill to be easily identified besides in actual combat. Now, obviously, a middle ground could be found here with casual sixes or something of that sorts, but of course that would rely on the Valve gods to, you know, yeah, you get the idea. I don't know, I guess it really doesn't matter as much because it is just casual, and I feel like you shouldn't have to worry about everyone's skill because you're just kind of there to have a good time. I don't know, to me it just doesn't make sense considering the whole premise of that update was to mesh competitive and casual modes together. You see, this whole video kind of just fell apart because I meant to originally just talk about the ranking system, and then I kind of just down spiraled. But it's kind of relevant because you'd think the casual ranking system would kind of serve a purpose similar to identifying actual skill instead of, hey, I just played this game for 3,000 hours. And hey, look, I get it. If you play for a lot of hours, that usually means you build skill, but that's not always the case, okay? There's plenty of people out there who have 800 hours and can whoop someone's ass just because they have better game sense. Anyways, I think that's pretty much it for my 2 a.m. script writing rant that has no structure. As I said, I'm kind of just waiting for Doom Eternal to come out so I can just kind of make some content for that. Look, I love you guys in the TF2 community and all, but I just need to introduce something else into my channel's ecosystem, even if it's non-Valve related. I'm sorry to disappoint for those who came mainly for TF2, and of course there's still going to be TF2 content. Don't be dumb. Don't be that guy in the comments that is like calling me a sellout, because I'm not there yet. I'm going to be a sellout soon, don't worry. But those who came mainly for TF2, look, my mental state on the game is just completely fried. I still love TF2. I play it every day. It's just making content on it is getting quite a little bit old. Look, I have a bunch of creative direction I want to take, and of course I have some back projects that I want to work on for the game, but I also like playing other games, believe it or not. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed. You probably did, actually. You know what, I'll spin it a little positive. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment, leave a good comment, okay? Don't yeah, okay, just do the right thing. All right, guys, thanks for watching as always, and as always, thank you and have a good day.